So here we are back in the indoor garden. Well, actually, we're in the kitchen. And we've got Frank and Tina on live on the TV. And I've also got them running back on the computer. And we are transplanting because I have got things that are growing. The roots are starting to grow out of these. These are going to be my onion sets. So they'll be able to go out fairly early. These are going to go into pots eventually, big pots. And then I've got a couple of here that I just let dry up because they weren't doing anything. I've got a couple more here that I'm going to replant because nothing has come up. And others of that type have come up. I finally have a celeriac. Look at that teeny tiny little thing. And I've got a couple of little teeny tiny celeries. And I killed a celery. Oh, where is it? It's right there, lying dead on the dirt. But then also, oh, and look at this. Look at this, peperoncini. Woohoo! I've had a heck of a time getting those to germinate. There's another kohlrabi, and my cilantro has come up. So I'm going to do some transplanting, and then over here I've got things soaking in just some like 555 water solution, so they're getting some food. And you can see I cut my peppers back, I trimmed them back, and well, this one here, I came out one day and it was all limp and falling over, and I watered it and it still stayed like that, so I just clipped the whole top off. And look at it, it's coming back beautiful and bushy. And then this one, I pinched the top off deliberately, and it is also doing nice, but they're soaking up some water. You're just always supposed to water from the bottom with starts. And so this is my first year doing starts by myself. So this is my indigo black. This might go into a pot as well. I'm not entirely sure, but it's a semi-determinate tomato, and it's not supposed to need to climb. So, and this, I don't know, this might be dead. I've got it soaking in some water too. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm up to tonight, and I'll be back when I'm done, and we'll show you how crowded the garden is getting. Well, so here we go. Our peppers are way back there. And there's like our cold weather stuff that will be able to be moved outside in 3 or 4 weeks. The oregano, of course, doing fabulously. Here are my onion starts that I transplanted yesterday. Back there you can see my little bonsai is doing nicely. And then these are some starts that I started. I threw some new seeds in yesterday. So here's our apple tree. Now I've turned the lights off in here. It gets quite dark back in here when I turn the lights off, but there's the only one of my cannabis plants that came up. Little tomato there. There's my celeriac, teeny tiny. My Aunt Molly's cherry, which is going to go into a pot. My 2 peperoncini. And then my little celery, if I can focus on that. I just got my phone, so it doesn't seem to want to focus. Anyway, there's my other bonsai. It's not doing near as well as the other one. And then there's another tomato. Sorry, there's another tomato that I've put into a bigger one of my fancy schmancy pots. And speaking of fancy schmancy pots, What do you think of that one? I think I'm going to put one of the peppers is going to go in that. And let me take you back to my craft room and I'll show you the other ones that I've been working on. So here's one of them that's done. And then, oh, let me grab the other one. It's nice is that they're actually just plastic pots, right? And I only cleaned them where I was painting them. I didn't worry about cleaning the inside or any of that. Just sealed this one here. I've sealed it with 2 or 3 coats of waterproof Mod Podge. And I know I sealed one of the ones that I have outside the same way, and it's been sitting through the winter, so I might go out and have a look at it and see how it's standing up to things. Some of the pots I finished off with a resin. Others have been finished with the Mod Podge, and others have been finished off with the sprays that I used for trying to make stuff heat proof. I just ended up using that stuff for finishing these off. So that's my garden update, and that's a couple of the pots that I'm going to be planting things in next summer. I'm going to try them out in the gnome garden, at least a couple of them. I'm hoping that deer don't like peppers. I don't know if they do or not, but my front yard and where my gnome garden is, those areas are not protected from the deer like the backyard is. So we'll see. I don't want to be losing my produce to deer. The update for my garden for, what is it today? Today is January 18th, 2021. And I'm growing stuff inside, and I do have some garlic that's come up outside, and then of course my perennials are sleeping, so we're doing that. I guess that's it for today, guys. Oh, I am going to be live later today. I have the live at 5 with Hickory Croft Farm, and it's going to be on their channel today, so that is Hickory Croft Farm. And I will leave a link down in the description if I remember. I'll try to remember to put the link down in the description to their live feed tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Of course, that would be adjusted to your time zone. So I hope that you have had a fantastic day. Thanks for coming and checking in on the garden with me and having a look at what I have growing inside. And I've been really bad about doing shout outs lately. And I know for a little while there I was doing a shout out every day. And today I want to shout out Pete's Little Homestead. Pete is a really good friend, and he has some wonderful, wonderful videos on foraging and gardening and just all kinds of interesting gardening stuff that you could, all the stuff you could find. He's very knowledgeable. So if you get a chance, I'll leave his link down below too. It's Pete's Little Homestead, and I'm going to recommend that you check him out as well. Yeah, especially if you're into gardening and stuff like I am. So have yourself a fantastic day. Take care of yourself. I will see you soon. Bye now.